Hello and welcome to Everything to Guppy, the podcast where we talk about every single item, enemy, everything in The Binding of Isaac. A really comprehensive look at the entire game every second of the day. I'm William Hughes, and I'm joined as always by a guy who's just gonna go berserk, Gary Butterfield. Because Guts.
It's me.
Because Guts is the monster.
Nickelodeon's Guts.
Yeah, do you have it?
I have the aggro crag.
Gary,
but not just a piece. I actually have the whole fucking thing.
Oh, wow. That seems like it would be hard to store. But
It's
Gary,
a logistical nightmare.
Gary, time machine question.
Yeah.
We go back in time to 1995 in our current adult human bodies. How do you think we place on Guts?
We go back in our adult human bodies, like you and I now, not
yes.
when we were 14. Okay.
No. When we were 14, we lose absolutely. We get winded so quickly, and then the other children eat us to get more protein.
But because we are ravaged by time.
Yes, but
supported by wisdom and experience.
Medication
as well.
Access to medication and drugs.
Medication and drugs. Performance-enhancing drugs. I also think whatever the very, very minor strategy element of Guts is, I bet you we're better at it now than we would have been at 14.
We can put a pin on that because I'm not sure I agree.
Okay.
But also just a what should be a fairly massive weight and height advantage for any of the...
That's the thing, too. Our stride is roughly one kid.
Yeah. And again, these were athletic children, I acknowledge, but I could still... And I know that Guts didn't have a lot of, kick that other kid's ass at events.
No.
They didn't have Moira just being like, yeah, go put that guy in the ground, motherfucker.
We could turn it into hockey, like the Goon,
we could be the Goon, the popular independent comic, the Goon.
Yes. I like to give us basically the same odds, I think, between our advantages and disadvantages. We might have heart attacks.
Oh yeah, that is a good point.
During it,
we might have heart attacks. Yeah,
there's it's a real all or nothing kind of bet. We get the piece or we die.
I mean, I think that last thing they have to climb to get to the top of the aggro crag is only 6 feet tall, so we could probably grunt our way up that.
Kind of tank that, like beach it, like climbing out of a pool. For us,
and you could be like, "Hey, Mike O'Malley, loved you on the very bad final season of The Good Place."
I'd have such a hard time being around Moira, having a crush on her when I was young.
I didn't want to get into the Moira factor, but yeah.
Okay, well, it's not.
No, it's okay, Gary. It's okay. Yeah. I was worried how much of the conversation would be becoming about us because of time travel hall pass rules.
Well, I don't think we have a hall pass.
You don't think you have a hall pass if you're in a time machine?
We'd still be adults. I don't. Well, we have a hall pass with the wife. We don't have the.
You're not married to your wife in 1996, Gary. She's a child. Don't be perverse.
I was spiritually. So was I, though.
Yeah,
it was two kids who were married. It was cute.
Oh my God, Gary! New time machine question. What if you and Liv had known each other when you were little kids?
You're gonna hate this, but we've talked about that before because we're really insufferable and cute.
Yeah.
And we both agreed that the time that we actually met is the perfect time because it worked out. And before that, we both sucked more, so it would have been worse.
Yeah. I do agree that you used to suck, and I can imagine Liv did too.
Yeah, but I'm better now.
Yeah.
Liv lived in Florida. There was very different kinds of suck.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a.
So you don't think you have a hall pass to try to nail Moira Mo Quirk?
See, it's the adult body thing I'm stuck up on. I feel like we've switched roles here.
How do you figure?
Well, because I'm usually the one who is more cautious about child porn adjacent stuff, or less cautious rather.
What is child pornography about an adult man going after an adult woman?
Moira wasn't quite an adult at that point, right? Isn't she still pretty young?
She's in her 20s.
Okay. Well, that's where I was mistaken. I thought she was a slightly older kid.
No, man. She's 56 now. She was 30. She was 28.
Oh, then hell yes.
Okay. You thought I was talking about Gary, I appreciate that when I was the one who started expressing what you thought were the worst impulses possible, you thought, oh, that's a Gary thing he's saying.
I did think that. I thought it was like this is where Gary would take it.
Oh, she's like 28, dude.
Well, I didn't know. When I was young, I didn't really know people's ages. And I haven't watched Guts recently. I just have a vague, general, like, warm feeling about Moira that, like, I haven't rewatched it or anything. I'm not like going back and watching clips. Even though I could go for some clips right now.
We could go for some clips maybe after the.
Now that I know that. It's not going to get me on a list.
Yeah, Gary. I think an adult man going back and watching every episode of Guts. I don't think the tracking is there yet to know which parts you're masturbating to. So
yeah, what? Fair. They should probably do a supercut that's just the safe cut, like the work button on old Sierra games. Like if you're watching a supercut of Guts clips, you should be able to press the boss button or whatever, and it just turns them all into Moiras.
I do feel like in hindsight, the referee or umpire or whatever shirt was doing a lot of the work there.
Oh my God. Yeah. Slimming. I have
slimming and authoritative.
Which is a combination that, like Moira LaFasa. I have a special announcement here.
Oh boy.
I got some Everything to Guppy listener feedback.
Oh no.
That came in from Cole. Helpfully forwards me these.
Sure,
when they come in from Fireside. This is from Bessie BG60. The email is Ben at pdx34.malcatchzone.run.
Okay.
And the website is phoforbeginners/matures.sexyico.com.
Is pho their PHO, like the Vietnamese soup? Excellent.
Soup for beginners matures, sexy Ico.
Okay. And is Ico being spelled like the overrated PlayStation 2 game?
Yes to the actual basic premise of that, and yes as well. It is overrated. Catching the Wife Volume 01 Interracial Love Literatica, and there's a link. Super free midget porn mom auditions for porn fun, porn gams, galleries, movies porn, free porn, search engines.
Who's searching gams? Why are you running SEO on gams for horny people?
Time you meant julep lovers?
Yeah.
Yeah, who are looking for ways to make pho.
Yeah, next up is it getaway sticks?
Yeah. Call me mint jelly because I'm on the lam.
Gary, this is a fun bit, but at the same time, as someone who has listening problems, it was a real challenge.
Yeah. Well, you did have to not interject for a moment.
And pay attention to the specific words you were saying, which I'm going to say is not core competency over at Team Will.
No, I know. I'm trying to challenge you.
That's beautiful.
Find a partner who challenges you.
So this is a pornography spam mail?
Yes, that's all. I just really liked pho for beginners, mature, sexy Ico quite a bit. Throwing pho for beginners in the beginning of that is nice and perplexing to me.
Is pho for beginners some kind of like weird tag? I'm gonna Google the phrase.
Me too.
Oh, good. So that way neither of us needs to be surprised or.
What type of pho would you recommend to a first timer?
I got easy homemade pho for newbies.
Yeah, so it seems pretty easy so far. Pretty easy going. Jet Tila is in the YouTube comments explaining it. Like, there's nothing.
Fucking algorithms got you dialed, man.
I know. The Foss is looking at him. This doesn't seem untoward at all. So yeah, I don't know. As I just thought,
who do you ship her with?
Feedback. Me?
No, on the show on Cutthroat Kitchen.
I don't.
No, come on. Who do you ship her with? Do you ship her with Alton, Jet?
It'd be Simon Jumdar if anybody.
Really?
But I don't.
Of course it is.
Because he's a nebbish little freak.
Okay.
Like he'd get bossed around and stuff. I feel like I have the most in common with Simon Jumdar out of everyone on that show.
That's why you don't like when I want him poisoned.
He's history's greatest treasure. Is why. He's the treasure of the Americas, but in Britain.
Indian, I think, originally.
He's like a British Indian, early Indian transplant. Yeah. I haven't
watched Cutthroat Kitchen in probably a decade, I should say.
A decade. It's been a while for me too, but it hasn't been a decade. Yeah. He's just such a fun man. He's taken to wearing hats.
What? Oh my God. That's amazing.
I followed him on Twitter back when I was on Twitter, and he's just posted himself in a variety of new, incredibly embarrassing looking hats.
Oh,
Sometimes he'd stack the hats up.
I'm seeing the pictures of him stacking the hats up.
Yeah, he loves the hat stack. He plays Hattress, the home game edition, all the time.
That's not a good head for hat. It's not good ears for hats.
It's not good ears for hats. He actually has an excellent head for hats. You want to cover that thing up. He looks a little bit like he's in Mad Max or something.
Everybody, if you aren't staring at a picture of Simon Majumdar right now, you're guppying wrong.
Yeah.
You got to give yourself a visual component to this show because the words aren't going to carry you to the interest land.
Hat autocompletes for him very quickly.
I did notice that.
A known quality of him. Yeah, look at this man. Just he's like one of the Kingsmen that they deleted from the movie.
Yeah, Colin Firth killed him so hard that he ceased to exist.
Yeah, he got disappeared from the franchise retroactively.
Yeah. He's replaced by Channing Tatum.
Yeah, that's just that's okay.
Your guy, Gambit.
Yeah, well, he might. I wonder if he'll be Gambit in Deadpool 3. They're doing a lot of weird meta stuff in that movie.
Oh my God, that movie is gonna make so much money and it's gonna be so wacky. They're gonna say the fuck word so many times.
They are gonna say they already. The trailer has absolutely exhausted my fuck receptors.
Oh my God, Ryan Reynolds is so
very different.
Ryan Reynolds is so out there. Your fuck receptors are just blown out to the max, buddy. Yeah. You're full refractory on your fuck receptors. These are things Ryan Reynolds would say when he's being funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna get he's gonna sell me a cell phone
and some gin
and a soccer team.
Gotta hate Ryan Reynolds.
I know. Yeah, I could tell, man. Who do you hate more, Simon Majumdar or Ryan
Reynolds?
Okay.
Because Simon Majumdar doesn't need it, you know. I don't get a lot of neediness from him.
No, maybe that's why you resent him, is because he doesn't give a shit about you at all. Like, you're an ant to Simon Majumdar, whereas Ryan Reynolds wants you to like him pretty bad.
He wants everyone to like him a lot, but in such a way as to act like he doesn't want it.
Yeah,
He's culturally tsundere to me.
He does. He does want it. Culturally tsundere.
I'm so mad right now about Ryan Reynolds and his Deadpool movie. I haven't seen a Deadpool movie. They can't make me.
Yeah.
I don't care for. I read like all the Deadpool comics. I've got my headcanon Deadpool. I don't need this new shit.
No. See, I'm very the opposite. I like those movies because I like X-Men, but I never really read Deadpool comics.
Oh my God! What if Wolverine gets his dicker out?
I hope he does. And I hope a claw comes out of it.
Yeah, and it goes snicked.
I commissioned naked Wolverine art for my friend Derek of a claw coming out of naked Wolverine, angry, naked from the waist down, claw snicking out of his non-erect penis.
How many artists did you have to pitch that on before someone said, okay? And they were just
of course, only one. Yeah, like I'm commissioning art on the internet.
Okay.
Like you had to pay extra not to have characters not have their dicks.
Do you want to name the artist? Did they do a good job?
They did a great job. I'd have to find it though.
Okay.
It's in my Twitter DMs.
Okay.
So like I just needed a Filthy Wizard is the tag. So
how much did you pay for it?
Great job. It's a great question. It's probably like $50.
Okay.
If I had to guess. But my man was having a hard time. I wanted to do something that I knew would make him laugh.
Yep.
And make him. And I know Derek's sense of humor. I knew it would make him laugh every time he saw it.
What style of Wolverine are we talking? Or what? Like photorealistic Wolverine?
Certainly not photorealistic. A comic accurate drawing of 90s Wolverine.
Okay.
In costume, menacing the camera.
Sure.
Porky Pig in it. Big buff legs.
I don't know what porky pigging it means.
No pants, shirt, no pants.
Oh, okay. What top are we? Is this in color, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What costumer is he?
Classic 90s.
Okay.
Yellow and blue.
Okay, yellow and blue. All right.
So not astonishing, rather yellow and black. Sorry.
Okay, that's what I thought. I kind of thought it was yellow and black, but it's your art. I didn't want to be a dick about it.
No, it's okay. Well, it's their art. It's Filthy Wizard's art.
Oh, you bought it. So it's yours.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
If they showed it to somebody else, you could be like, "No, that's my art."
Gary,
you could turn that into an NFT.
Dick probably
NFT
flaccid, probably at about 5 inches flaccid.
Okay.
with the claw coming out of the penis hole.
Is the claw curved or straight?
It's a little bit curved. It's like the ones that come out of the hands. And they drew him uncircumcised, which I think would be accurate because I think Wolverine would grow his back. But I said, I understand this isn't comics accurate, but can you please make it circumcised? Because I think it reads better as a dick that way.
Excuse me? Did you send back your Wolverine dick art with notes?
With one note.
Was that part like, I know when you do commissions sometimes, like that's part of
negotiations. Yeah. I got limited revisions, I think was the phrasing for the price point that I paid.
I think if there's an entire class of people who make that revision, like that's a job to make that particular revision. I don't know how limited it is.
Yeah. Yeah. They're called rabbis.
They're called moils,
Moils,
uncultured fuck.
I was searching for that word. No, come on, man.
What? We're having fun.
I made the joke.
I know.
It was a good joke.
It was a good joke. You just had to come
and yell at me about it.
No, I was just
uncultured fuck. Come on, man.
Objectively, not in a personal way.
What is that?
What is it?
You can't just be happy for me, like +1 in the joke and keeping the conversation going.
I'm saving you from all the people who will write reviews being like, "This man is anti-Semitic."
No, nobody is gonna be mad about me getting the Jewish vocabulary wrong about it. You of course you were. You had to flex your word power on me. You couldn't just let it go.
Gary, I'm sorry. I know things.
The good Lord.
Gary, did the claw curve upward or downward?
It kind of curved in, kind of downwards back towards his taint.
I think that could have been a place to spend a revision, is to make the claw curve upward, because then it's better for attacks.
It would be better for attacks, but I was thinking if it's erect, he could slash it downwards. Like if he, held it up and then kind of like chopped with it. It's not for going up. Like if I'd done a commission of X-23, I would have had it going forwards. I cannot necessarily elaborate on that, but it just makes more sense to me. If a Wolverine claw is coming out of a vagina, for it to claw to head forward.
Does Wolverine ever get his arms cut off, or does the skeleton stop that?
Skeleton usually stops it. He gets his arms, like energy burns him off and shit like that.
Okay.
He doesn't usually just lose an arm. He's gotten ripped in half before.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then the hand grows back with still the skeleton inside it.
That is how it should work, even though in Age of Apocalypse he doesn't have a hand, and it's never really explained.
Oh, but that's not Wolverine, Gary. That's Logan. Or Weapon X. He's called Weapon X in Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah. But it's the same. He has the same powers.
I know. I was just being a pedantic piece of shit because that's my role on the show.
Yeah, you uncultured rube. It's Weapon X in that.
Yeah. He and Jean Grey are a team.
Yeah, it's a what are the better part? Larry Hama wrote that. Mini. It's not bad. Like who did a lot of 90s Wolverine stuff. Yeah, the G.I. Joe writer. He's not bad. He's not a bad Wolverine writer for an old school guy. Age of Apocalypse, having covered the whole thing, a lot of it's pretty rough.
I've read it all. I went back and read it all like 10 years ago, and I was like, yeah, this is mostly really 90s ass fucking comics.
Yep. Every once in a while, an actual cool idea sneaks through, like what they do with like Multiple Man, like the weird Church of Multiple Man, and then the original one just like shuddering in an attic somewhere. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. But there's mostly nostalgia.
You ever read Peter David's X Factor stuff with
yeah.
Oh, those
are that stuff's great. Yeah, they're really good comics. Like a very famous issue where they all get psychoanalyzed. They did a callback to that when he did the newer X Factor, the 2000s one, which is also really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie Madrox can be a very good character.
Yeah, super interesting character in the right hand, by which we mean Peter David exclusively.
It's also more like you can't do anything interesting with his power set unless he is your focus.
Yes, he's a main character.
Yeah.
Like he's the most suited, like when they had that solo series that basically brought him back, I was like, why has no one done this before? He is one of the most suited for a solo series.
If you've never read it, listeners, the basic premise in that one is he has spent the last so this is Multiple Man. Every time he gets hit, he generates a copy of himself. Yes. And the premise of that one is he sent he gets the memories back when he reabsorbs his duplicates. So he sends out a ton of his old ones out to like go become farmers or whatever.
Take various jobs.
Yeah.
Like learn things. And then they develop their own personalities the longer they're further away, which I thought was invented for that, but then when I was reading the 90s stuff again, I was like, oh no, there's an evil Madrox. There's an evil dupe in that one. Not to be confused with Pood, the evil dupe from the Excellent, the launch of Ecstatics.
Oh, yeah. I read the old Ecstatics, but I haven't read the new one. I can't believe
good.
They made an evil dupe? That's exciting.
Yeah, there's an evil dupe. There's a bunch of cool stuff with that.
Wasn't Dupe already evil?
Dupe is Dupe's a little bit sinister. Not quite evil though. Like Jason Aaron got a hold of him and made him the secretary for the school or something.
Okay.
And they that run, Wolverine and the X-Men I'm not as into as a lot of people. It's very goofy.
That feels a little bit like Dan Slott loving Squirrel Girl and putting Squirrel Girl in everything.
It does feel a little bit like that. He's the one who canonically made Storm and Wolverine like hook up.
Oh, I don't care for that one bit.
Yeah, there's a mild amount of like mutual respect there that you could build on. It's not the wildest thing in the world.
Sure.
But the way it reads is bad to me. It doesn't feel right.
To my mind, Wolverine should never be in a relationship. He should always be pining miserably.
Yeah. He just collects exes. That's his things. And a lot of them are the daughters of daimyos. Like,
daimyos raise their women up good.
Yeah. Don't date Wolverines, they say. And they
don't
keep
let
doing
your
it.
babies grow up to date Logans.
To be Yukios.
Because I have some art I could show you if it wasn't already an NFT owned by Gary Butterfield.com.run.
I should pull that out. I should surprise Liv with a gigantic print of that art. Because I got it for somebody else, but I could make like a, 9 foot by 4 foot, like more than life size.
That would make you giving it to Derek less special.
It would. But think about if Derek came and visited, if he saw it, how he'd feel. Like I gave you this little trading card size one, and this one's the size of 2 men.
For wife.
Yeah, I got this to his violence to wife.
Yeah. I think that'd be a real expression of the priorities you're bringing to the world, Gary.
That is true. Yeah, I'm going to try not to do that in that case. Oh, man. What a day.
Okay? You doing okay?
Yeah. I got up really early today.
Oh, no!
Tired. I know. Tired. It's been a stressful week.
Yeah.
Just, I'm okay. I'm trying.
You need an audio hug, buddy?
You know what? Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, wet hug.
Oh,
wet hug. My bad. Hug got wet. My bad.
Yesterday, I treated myself to they now make a small blizzard, like a really small size, because any blizzard's more than anyone can eat at Dairy Queen. And because I've been having a rough day, I'm like, I'm going to get this super tiny blizzard. And I me and Liv ate tiny blizzards, and it gave me some of the most absolutely rowdy diarrhea I've ever had in my life.
Sure. Yeah.
What flavor 20 minutes before we recorded.
What flavor are you rocking?
I got the peach cobbler summer flavor.
Fuck off, man. Peach in... That sounds bad.
No, it's good. I like fruit and ice cream together. And it's like the only thing resembling fruit they have now, because Blizzard's been on hard times. They got rid of all their like fresh bananas and shit.
Or nerds.
Yeah. Oh man, they nerds. But those just turn to rocks. Like anything that
it was a texture.
Just same thing with I've been very skeptical of the M&Ms and ice cream thing that people do, because they just turn into rocks.
They get pretty hard. Yeah. Sorry, I did laugh a little while ago because before you got to the diarrhea part, it really did sound like you were down so low that getting this little blizzard is the only thing that got you through that. You're like, having a pretty hard week, but Dairy Queen, they got these little blizzards now. So it
wasn't the only thing that got me. It is I deserve a treat. I was feeling like I deserved a treat, and I was like, ooh, Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
What if we got little blizzards? And then we did, and it just like literally folded me over like a paperclip on the toilet. It was fucking awful.
Yeah, it sounds like you might be a little intolerant of the lactose, Gary.
Yeah, I'm more intolerant of it than I thought.
They put a lot of lactose in that stuff. They hit the button.
Yeah, it's not ice cream. Like it is some kind of weird third thing. It did not taste like ice cream though, and it is embarrassing that I did this at all because we live in such a good ice cream town.
Sure,
and I'm like over here.
I eat Dairy Queen all the time.
Yeah,
get chicken strip basket.
You eat the food.
Dude,
the hot eats?
Yes, of course. It's so good.
Oh,
the food
I haven't had it in a long
good.
time.
The chicken strip baskets at Dairy Queen are really good. It's the only fast food restaurant where you can get gravy.
I haven't eaten there in a very long time. Gravy. I remember the hot eats at Dairy Queen being like Carl's Jr. level, like Jack in the Box level food.
First off, Carl's Jr. and Jack in the Box are at different levels of quality. But no, Dairy Queen has good food.
Yeah, well, I'll give that a shot perhaps at some point.
Why?
I don't know, because it's good.
It's not good enough for you to try it.
Okay, well, not good enough to try as a commanding endorsement.
I live in fear that I will say anything that alters your behavior in any way. I don't want that on me.
Yeah, you alter my behavior a lot, man.
It sucks.
There's a lot of just I'd like to do this. Oh, what would Will think? Will's gonna roast me on the show.
Oh, Gary, I was just thinking yesterday about how many of my opinions are shaped by whether you'll be mad at me for having them.
Yeah, you and I are. This is we should go to therapy.
Well, and we've
together.
talked about turning that into a podcast. Yeah,
unhealthy relationship.
Is it? It feels good.
I mean, I think it feels good, but I mean, not everything that feels good is healthy. See Blizzard,
was the Blizzard good going down?
It was pretty good going down.
Okay.
It's been a very long time since I've had ice cream. So it was just like, oh man, ice cream. So I had that feeling, which carried me through a lot of its uncanny non-ice creamness.
God, it's cold and it's sweet.
Exactly. And the diarrhea was on a time delay. So afterwards I was like, oh man, that was all right. And then just this morning, after waking up and everything,
oh, sure.
Good
sure.
Lord.
Consequences are always here. We live in a
The consequences were intense.
Gary, I am going to ask next time you go to Dairy Queen, which I assume will be next week when you need another treat, just have them take your Blizzard over to the gravy spigot and just give it a little pump. You'll probably have to slip them a 20.
Why not just incorporate the gravy into the Blizzard? Did I just invent the best Blizzard of all time?
Gary, I'm thinking about it. So
it's salty, sweet, beefy.
Like the major issue is that the gravy comes out of the spigot very hot.
Yes.
I'm trying to think whether I
cool that down.
Yeah, Gary, I think you should do that. Just ask them. Say, I will give you $5 if when you are putting the stuff in for the Blizzard, you just do one pump from the gravy spigot in there.
Yeah. And see how that goes.
And and don't flip it. Don't flip it because it will all fall out. Yeah, don't flip.
Unless you're flipping it directly over my mouth.
I hate when they do the
flip. They did the flip. They love the flip. They're very proud of that solid.
Well, they get yelled at by their shitty manager if they don't do the flip.
I say that I meant like corporate.
Yeah, sometimes all the flip demonstrates is what the flip is supposed to not demonstrate, which is that the whole Blizzard is very runny.
Yeah, that gravity works.
Yeah.
Eureka. I know Eureka's, displacement. Not
Gary, I'm so glad that I now I have to do is say uncultured fuck once, and then the rest of the episode gets this
really
vibe.
Mad with that.
Yeah, I know. I didn't mean it. I didn't actually think
I couldn't get there, but I just wanted the conversation to continue, and I got slapped for it.
You wanted this conversation to continue. Do you feel like that was a reasonable impulse?
We are contractually obligated to do this for another hour and a half.
I have not,
and it happens whether I'm enjoying myself or not. This is a
I have never signed a
situation.
word.
I know.
I'm sorry that I made you mad with
it's
my
okay.
words and my choices. I'm really sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
You're saying okay with clipped. It's clipped. In that way, that means my wife is mad at me.
Well, we've been texting during this, and
you're very similar.
In some ways, we are very similar.
Yeah.
But I'm your work wife, is what they'd call us.
Like my second job wife, I guess.
Do you have a work wife for your main job?
No, I try not to talk to my coworkers. They're wonderful people, but I live in Oregon and they all live in real places.
Exactly. Like I'm work wife because you don't have there's your other coworkers are nothing to you. You have respect for them, but they're not wife material.
I do have respect for them, Gary. Thank you for acknowledging that.
Yeah.
I have respect for you.
Material. I appreciate that.
It's why I'm so afraid of you.
That's why I'll work to earn it through getting more cultured.
I'm excited for you to really learn more about, like, maybe maybe we do this as homework for you, and next week you'll come in with a book report on a book about moils.
On moils?
Yeah.
On moils? I should learn to moil. Do you think there's any community classes?
I don't think there
Should
are.
I check moilforbeginners.sexyico.com?
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, I mean, there is that incredible part in The Last Colossus where you do have to bris.
You do have
not
to
The Last
bris
Colossus, the Shadow of the Colossus, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, or The Last Guardian.
Yeah, I was
you're doing a
conflating the
mashup.
two because I'm an uncultured fuck.
Yeah, you can actually do some moiling, some brissing in both of those. And the music that kicks up in Shadow of the Colossus when you get to the bris part and start just slamming your blade into the weak part of the foreskin is just incredible and moving.
You could subtitle the Sniper Elite games as Long Distance Moil.
Yeah. There's ways to train virtually.
Sure.
Is there a VR app for it yet, do you think?
Oh, for moiling?
Yeah. like
I don't see
the
why not.
PlayStation VR moil experience. Like Half-Life moil. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think I feel like we're getting into dicey political territory by asking whether the Combine makes getting circumcision mandatory or illegal.
Well, here's
they
the
care
thing.
one way or another.
Well, here's the thing. You'd know this if you weren't an uncultured rube.
Yep.
The Combine stops you from having kids. It's no longer the Combine's problem.
Oh, but they're still totalitarian enough that I think that they would prefer that everyone either be cut
adults
or uncut. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Because it probably helps with the connectors to the machines.
Yeah. Or have more added to it. Like there's a third option we don't really consider.
Oh.
Like cut, uncut, and then like extra.
Yeah. Like it, love it, gotta have it.
Yeah, they gotta have it. Level ding, 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 ding. Level of that.
Gary, do you want to do a suicide pact at a Cold Stone Creamery?
Oh, man.
This is the finale of Guppy. I'm calling it
There's
now.
one bathroom.
Yep. We show up at a Cold Stone when it opens at 6 a.m. or whatever.
Yep.
And just keep Cold Stoning until one of us dies.
Yep. Or one of us is in the bathroom and the other one shits in public.
Okay.
To death.
Yes.
Yeah. That's like a really intense high stakes musical chairs, but with our biological clock as the tune.
Welcome to Jackass. This is Musical Chairs Toilet. Yep. We've given all these guys full. What is the drug that makes you poop? What's the name of those drugs?
Oh, like a laxative?
Laxatives. Uncultured fuck. We've given all these guys laxatives
like
and
laxatives.
What?
I was just thinking of laxatives as part of culture.
They are part of culture.
Like,
Gary, you could do this. You could set up 5 toilets with 4 guys, and then you give them all a ton of laxatives.
4 toilets with 5 guys. If it's musical chairs,
you're
I don't want
absolutely
everyone to
right,
have
Gary. That is how musical chairs works.
Otherwise, there's a bonus toilet.
I'm the UF now.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if Jackass actually did this.
They are really clever and really
They
smart.
love that shit.
They love that stuff.
Yeah.
You would have to also electrify the toilets to make the guys get back up off the toilets.
Yes. Well, and so if in that situation, I'd be like, I'm just going to sit on the toilet and stake out my spot, which I understand is bad sportsmanship. And Johnny Knoxville would tase me. Mm-hmm. But that would be my temptation because I wouldn't want to shit in front of Steve-O.
Well, that's why the electrified toilet.
Yeah. I know they've done an electrified toilet.
Does love to tase people.
Yeah. I know they've done an electrified toilet before.
Oh, sure. I mean, I think they did that season 1, day 1.
Yeah. That's it was part of their writer.
It was in the pitch document. Like they put together a pitch PowerPoint and
show used to be called Electric Toilet.
Yeah, but the Japanese there's a Japanese company that already has that.
Yeah, there's a game show. Yeah.
It's a promotional game show too. They sell a lot of electrified toilets.
I wouldn't mind an electrified toilet. Like it'd be a good prank for somebody if they were over at your house, or if like somebody's in the bathroom at a party and they're taking too long. You know, it's like get out. Bzz, bzz.
Or an ice toilet. It instantly turns to ice.
Really, all kinds of elemental toilets are good, and then you can determine your elemental weakness. Because I don't know what mine is. It feels like all of them, and that doesn't seem right. I feel like I should take double damage against something.
Gary, I think every human being has a double damage against fire.
Yeah. But I also feel like ice, to the degree that's intense, would also do double damage. Acid, you know?
Oh, you're going
Radiant,
with like
necrotic.
non-traditional element. Yeah, okay, you're going... You're so fucking Baldur's Gate 3 pilled.
I care more about D&D than Japanese role-playing games.
Holy?
Yeah. Well, you mean Radiant.
Gary, I want to yell at you, but I understand.
Well, they're all based on D&D.
I understand.
Okay.
They're all,
first,
they're all fucking based on wizardry, whatever.
Which is based on D&D.
Gary, I want to get mad at you because it's what keeps me alive while we do this show, but I'm worried that I'll hurt your little feelings. So
in this case, I'm right. So it's hard to be mad at me about this one.
It's not. It's so much easier.
It
actually makes those feelings really close to the surface and easy to access for the comedy purposes.
Yeah. It just, I just throwing out there that I'm right about this. As long as you admit that, then I'm fine.
I think most elemental things are based off of Captain Planet and the Planeteers. Ryder.
Ryder. We got, boy, do I not remember any of the Planeteers?
Mati.
Russian
Girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Kwame.
Kwame, there we go. Kwame
had Earth.
Yeah, love Kwame. Kwame is great. He had a cool jacket.
He did have a kind of a... Were they ripping off the X-Men?
It was the style at the time. I don't know if they were ripping it off, but everybody was wearing the bomber jacket over like a uniform in the 90s.
Maybe that's what we start dressing in.
Oh, the Guppy costume.
What if that's the first piece of merch is a $150 leather bomber jacket? With everything to Guppy embroidered over the name section. Yeah. In really like subtle font. Oh, it's got to Gary. If it's not subtle, what are we fucking doing here?
Yeah, I know. We want to have something classy, something you can bring, a fit you can bring to the club. You know.
I do hope people go to the club in their Everything to Guppy bomber jackets, and I hope that they smash whatever genital that they're interested in smashing so hard that someone has to call the cops.
If you're listening to this and you go to the club, slip the DJ $50 and a USB drive with an episode of Everything to Guppy on it.
I mean, ideally the greatest hits episode.
Yes. And then play that, mash it up with like Chainsmokers or some shit.
You are gonna
and then just see what happens on the dance floor.
More than $50. This is
They won't know what's on it at first, though.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna think it's just a song, or they're gonna think it's your song. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you want me to play your local band? $50 is probably fine for one spin."
I think that if you want to be fair about this, you have to give them your phone. Pardon me. You have to give them your phone with the Venmo app pointing to their account, and then they get to enter the amount after they
get to call it. Yeah. I think that's probably fairest. Really rough on the economics of this, but we're still asking you to do it.
Oh yeah. I mean, demanding, I would say.
Yeah. It would be, if you get that, we're promoting you to Guppy Premium Plus Executive Membership.
Oh yeah. You get to see the bonus feed, where we're actually mean to each other.
Yes. Yeah. If you do that, then we will go to lunch and talk about you without you being there once.
Do we have to talk? Where are we going? Boy, Gary, is this how I finally get you to go out to lunch with me?
I want to go to lunch. I've had a lot of stuff going on.
I know. I know that because you've said it to me every week for like the last 3 months. I'd love to go to lunch with you.
I fucking have. It's been really busy.
Yeah.
Not just normal busy. Secrets.
I would like to enter into the record. I didn't say shit.
I know.
Gary brought up the fact that there's secret knowledge you're not getting, listener.
Start cooking if you want, listener. Start baking the conspiracy.
Oh my God! Watch out for fireballs too.
Oh man, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Just it'd probably be a lot like Watch Out for Fireballs 1.
I mean, little do you know, I've already been running Watch Out for Fireballs 2, where I just go through every episode you guys did and just try to do a better job.
No, wrong. No, it's actually charming.
Yeah, I'm so fucking charmed. I actually think Super Nintendo Shadowrun is better than Genesis.
I feel like that's straightly.
I don't want to.
No,
I said that.
No, you said it, but I'm going to say I don't think that's a crazy opinion. Or anything.
I know.
I think that's honorable. People can differ. It'd be a fun episode. Me and you, Watch Out for Fireballs 2, Battle of the Shadowruns. We get Cole to represent the 360 version, just so we have a common enemy. You know?
Gary, I am going to play this episode back for you so that you can hear the moment where you kicked over from Guppy mode into, I said, the Shadowrun Genesis game, and the other Gary showed up.
Oh, hooda lolly! It's my time to shine!
Your brain has been so starved of thought from talking to me for 40 minutes that the second I said anything you were actually interested in, you turned on like a fucking light switch.
Well. There are many schools of thought on that. Depending on the perspective. Yeah. Oh, that was a good moment.
Gary Guts.
Oh. Guts. I like these guys. I like this class enemy just fine.
Yeah,
I think
right.
they fill a nice like jobber role. Mm-hmm. They're never hard. They're just like a little complicated thing. So this is the basic Guts. It's a little ball made of guts. Mm-hmm. Just kind of various organs.
It's usually rotating, so it's kind of hard to appreciate what it looks like. It looks cool.
Yeah.
It's got cool. Different organs in there, which I appreciate.
Yeah, same. I see a liver in there. I see some intestines. Mm-hmm. And it attaches to a wall and rolls around it like a Metroid enemy. Sticks to the wall.
This is only a problem if you're like... So these become more of a problem in rooms with like rocks in the middle where they can become more active obstacles than if they're just going around the outside of the walls.
Yes. Otherwise, they're just kind of like, it's like the walls electrified, kind of. Mm-hmm. You stay away from the walls, which usually is not a problem in Isaac. Again, these guys are almost never hard. They're really easy to line up with and shoot. Mm-hmm. You just get in front of them. They don't move so fast that you can't do that. But they fulfill a perfect little role in the ecosystem, I think.
Yeah. Gary, do you think that the Scarred Guts looks like a duck?
I do think it looks like a duck. I think actually the Guts one kind of looks like a little, you can look at the intestines as lips as well.
Yeah.
A little bit. When they're not moving, they do look like little people. Scarred Guts looks like a Duckman duck, though, like a grotesque duck.
Oh, I watched a lot of Duckman as a kid.
It always skeeved me out a little bit. Not for any good reason. Always felt
it's deliberately skeevy. It's a skeevy show. I was too young to watch it, but I just loved Jason Alexander so much.
Jason Alexander is very funny. Funny man.
I'll be so sad when Dunstan checks out, you know?
Yeah, me too. I hope he plays that at his funeral. There's probably a movie called Dunstan Checks Out about him dying.
Yeah.
That they just screen at the funeral.
I like how I need Jason Alexander to weigh in on political correctness in comedy. Because right now, the other three cast members have all basically filled their roles perfectly.
Yes.
Like, Seinfeld is giving the middle-of-the-road terrible answer. Michael Richards is off on his own, be like, I don't care. I don't know. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus is like, we could
do better. Yeah, she's killing it.
She's Elaine.
Yeah. And George is the tiebreaker.
I need Jason Alexander to say the worst thing in the world about cancel culture.
But it has to be motivated selfishly for George.
Yeah.
Kind of posting. True. Like, it has to be very motivated by just, petty ass shit. Me and Liv have been watching Seinfeld again, just watching some episodes. That, like, when that show is at its peak, like, it's full of classic bangers. Like, it's absolutely good. Holds up really well.
Whose benefit are you saying this for?
Just talking about it.
Okay.
We're doing benefit. Just mentioning that I have fresh experience with Seinfeld and finding that it holds up.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. That's all. Whose benefit am I saying it for? What are you talking about? We were talking about Seinfeld. I was like, yeah, man, I've been watching it. It's good.
Yeah. I guess for me, we verge into water is wet territory.
Oh, well, a lot of things that I think are really classic don't hold up.
Yeah.
And no, this has been holding up. It feels good and modern.
You going to move on to the marriage ref when it's done?
Probably not.
Could learn some stuff.
Yeah, I can't go back to it though. It's too intense after my marriage fell down.
Oh my God,
Gary. I could use the marriage ref.
Oh yeah. When did you get divorced?
It's kind of complicated. We got broke up and the divorce happened officially like in 2014.
Oh yeah, no. Tom Papa's not roughing marriages at that point.
Yeah.
I feel like society has forgotten the marriage ref.
I forgot about it until just now.
Just a reminder that for a while there, Jerry Seinfeld decided his big comedy thing after Seinfeld ended was he was going to do a reality show where he and his asshole comedian friends watched people have marital arguments and then weighed in on what people should do, along with comedian Tom Papa, the marriage ref.
Yeah. There's a real, if you look at the Wikipedia for it, this ran for 2 seasons. It's a real murderer's row of people who end up on here.
Yeah, it's Jerry Seinfeld, like, reaching out to all of his friends.
That's a Ricky Gervais.
Yep.
Hanging out in here. Jimmy Fallon. But then every once in a while, there's some real weird, Sheryl Crow is on here. I don't know what's up with that. No.
Oh, she's a name people know.
Yeah, that's true. Greg Giraldo. Getting all the people from the roast.
Maybe you guys could do that after you're done with
Watch Out for Fireballs 3.
I was going to say take it over to Best Quality Vacuum once you're through.
Covering every episode of The Marriage Ref?
Yeah.
It'd be pretty rough. There's a lot of Ricky Gervais on this.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Like more than I like. But there's a Jason Alexander episode. I bet you that's fun. Jim Brewer? I don't like looking at Jim Brewer.
Maybe you just listen to him. Maybe you treat the...
To a podcast?
Yeah.
The Marriage Ref podcast?
What if, Gary, I have a better idea. What if we just scrape the audio from every episode of the Marriage Ref and release it on Duckfeed as a premium
That's a good
show?
idea. Who would find us out? I feel like we get away with that for a very long time.
I bet YouTube would narc on us.
Oh, now that we put things on news.
Yeah,
fuck.
Cole made everything go on YouTube, and now the companies know about them.
Yep. God damn it.
Gary, no. I'm working us towards a Marriage Ref commentary.
Oh, that's an idea.
It's an idea. It's not good.
If we do that, we can do, any of these that just seem fucking awful or weird, but can we at least do the Jason Alexander one where he's with Martha Stewart and Cedric the Entertainer?
Oh, that sounds dire. Yeah.
Gary,
can you scan the list real fast and tell me what the worst one is?
Oh, the worst set?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get some scan. Like, there's nobody. Donald Trump, Gloria Estefan, and Adam Carolla. No problem.
Oh,
easy.
Fuck, dude.
That one just dumped out at me. I missed. My mind blocked Donald Trump on that.
Holy shit!
I know. I'm gonna bring him in there to ref my marriage.
Get Gloria out of there! Someone called
Gloria
the machine
Estefan,
to extract your woman.
And then Adam Carolla's there, just as the horrible little Lieutenant Goblin.
I need a documentary about the Miami Sound Machine assembling to break Gloria Estefan out of the Marriage Ref.
To get Gloria Estefan out of here. We have to get together, folks. I would reunite the Sound Machine just to save her life.
Yeah.
For this.
Jesus Christ, dude. That's the worst lineup I've ever heard of anything.
It's really bad. It's really, really bad. I was hoping this episode specifically would have a Wikipedia link. To itself, but it doesn't.
I don't know if this show is streaming anywhere. I might have to watch that episode.
It's do it. It's season 1, episode 8.
Jesus.
Yeah. Originally aired April 22nd, 2010. It's so crazy that was that recent. And people were just like, oh, this seems like a good idea. I'll watch this on TV.
Imagine you're on a plane ride and on the left is Donald Trump and on the right is Adam Carolla. And you're Gloria Estefan. You have Latin Grammys. I would like to take a moment to apologize to the Latin community for implying that their Grammys are not real. They are just as real as the American Grammys. I would like to formally apologize. I am an uncultured fuck.
They just opened up the overhead compartment and Grammys just spill out.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm also just trying to think. So Jerry Seinfeld is not on all these panels.
No,
that's all the people there. So they're showing like a marriage there, and those 3 people are deciding the marriage.
I think they're supposed to be like lighthearted, like marital issues.
General crack ups from Donald Trump over here, just absolute knee slappers on the subject of matrimony. Yeah, that's bleak.
Gary, when I asked that question, I was like, I bet there's not any that are really bad. And I was fucking wrong.
It's amazing that the worst one on here doesn't contain Ricky Gervais. Which is what I was expecting. But no, that's real rough. Well, I mean, we could maybe end it for this week.
Scarred Guts leaves Red Creep when it goes, adding, which lingers on the floor, adding an extra damage component as it goes around the room.
Yeah. Which does make it a little bit more tricky, but not too much. And it looks like a duck. If you like the show,
like a duck,
and it sounds like a duck,
It must be Duckfeed. Gary,
It must be.
I
it
just
sounds
came
like
up with
Duckfeed.
your new... If it looks like a duck and talks like a duck, it must be Duckfeed.
Duckfeed. Quack.
I expect that to be at the end of every episode of every Duckfeed show from now on.
I will see if I can get Gwen to do it for no additional pay.
Sure.
I'm kidding. We pay Gwen very fairly. If you like the show, patreon.com/DuckFeedTV is where you get looks that sound like ducks and sounds that look like ducks. And you can leave us a rating review on Apple Podcast or Podcast Addict.
It's how people find the show, allegedly. I don't think that's true.
It is a myth that is part of our culture.
Yep.
It is something I've been saying so long that I no longer know nor care if it is true. Like it is just a cult. It's like the Pledge of Allegiance. It's just a cultural thing I do now to say that.
How about this review from DAI left on Podcast Addict? I've been sending clips of the show to my spouse in the hope that they'll realize how similar we sound when we argue, and we can start treating each other better. Extremely good.
I was drinking. I apologize for the
Yeah.
belated chuckle that I was taking a drink of this Body Armor Light, and but that is very good. That would have got a big guffaw out of me if my throat wasn't all full of liquid.
But Gary needs his sword and shield.
I do. Body armor, from underwear to sports drink. Is there anything I can't do? Thanks, everybody.
Thanks is a sign off we never use. Good night.
Ghost.